Namaste and welcome back. I'm Sapna Rana Rawat, and in the other videos I talked about what is pranayam. I talked about what's the benefit of it. We practiced Nadi Shodhan pranayam and Bhramari together. And in this video, I'm going to share few things with you which will help you in your practice. And this is not just on the basis of what I have read in the books. This is on the basis of what I have personally experienced also, and personally learned from my teachers, from my gurus. Because I'll tell you what, not every information is included in the book. There are few things that you learn face to face from your teachers. So there are few things which I would want to share, which I am sure is going to help you in your pranayam practice. So yeah, let's get started. First thing first, practice pranayam in dhyanasana. You can pick any dhyanasana. You can sit in lotus pose. You can sit in half lotus. You can sit in sukhasana, easy meditative posture. You can sit in vajrasana. Any posture that is comfortable to you. Where comfort is important, because you don't have to struggle with the body, because if you are struggling, if you're not comfortable, you cannot practice pranayam with ease. So for starting pranayam, it's important your physical body should be at ease in meditative posture. So pick any meditative posture that you are comfortable in. Second thing, keep your back straight. Okay? This is another very important thing. And what I have seen is students, they know they have to keep their back straight, but as they keep on practicing, they start bending forward. So that is something which you have to remind yourself again and again. When you start your practice, when you are practicing, when you are in the middle of the practice, keep on checking your spine, whether it is straight or not. Third thing, the gesture on your face. Your gesture of the face should be very calm and relaxed. Okay? I see a lot of people, especially when they practice Nadi Shodhan pranayam, they're like, so they distort their face. So this is not something right to do, appropriate to do, because when you are distorting face, it's sort of stress. It reflects sort of stress. So in yoga we have learned that it is applicable in every stage, in any practice of yoga, that the effort should be minimum. Effort should be minimum. So the effort should not be visible here. The ease should be visible here. You should be practicing with ease, and that ease should reflect from your face. So when you are practicing pranayam, the face should reflect a very calm, very relaxed gesture. So that is the third most important thing. Let's move on to the next. Next thing is, because we sit in the we sit in the meditative posture, and then we are practicing pranayam. A lot of people, they ask, okay, we don't have to do movements here, then in that case we can practice pranayam even after having food. That is not ideal to do, because if you have eaten food, you will be heavy in the stomach, will be heavy, there will be laziness in the body, right? So for any practice, it's important that the body should be light. So I'm not saying you should always practice empty stomach, but it's ideal to have light stomach while practicing pranayam. So that is another important thing. Next thing is, people ask what is the appropriate time when we can practice pranayam. What is the best time? Morning is always the best time for any yogic practice. You call asanas, pranayam, meditation, any practice of yoga. There is no comparison of morning to any other time. Of course, if you are not able to give time in the morning, then you can choose evening. But if morning is feasible, you can practice in morning, always go for the morning practice. Next important thing is the clothes. um, well, because of the change in the way we are teaching yoga, lot of things have changed, and this is something that not a lot of people emphasize. But if you read the old text, old books, the relevant books which are still considered as the Bible for yoga, you would see this point that they again and again they talk about wearing the light, loose, cotton, comfortable clothes. But these days we practice in tight clothes, body hugging clothes. Of course, while teaching, see, I have to wear tight clothes because when you are teaching, the intention is to give a clear clarity of the movements. But when I'm practicing personally, then I always prefer loose cotton clothes, breathable clothes, especially when you are practicing pranayama, meditation. Pranayama, because you are regulating the breath, it is very important you are able to breathe nicely. So yeah, always prefer loose light clothes, avoid any rings, avoid any watch. Nothing should be tied on the body. You should be completely at ease from head to toe. Next thing is your, you all know it, it's always ideal to practice pranayama in open air. Like see the environment around, it's just perfect to practice pranayama. But if you are in closed environment also, open the window, have some sort of air exchange, ventilation, so that you are connected with the outer surrounding, the nature. That really helps in the pranayama practice. And last and but not the least, last and not least thing is, these days I see that multitasking is very common. People want to multitask. So if you are not doing this, very good. If you are thinking of doing this, please avoid. I see some people talking, okay, I don't get time, so what I do is, when I drive, whenever I see the red signal, I start doing Bhastrika. Kapalbhati or Bhastrika. I like, see, this is not the way. If you don't have time, don't practice, that's fine. But doing multitask in this manner, please don't do it. If you're doing it, stop it. If you're not doing it, very good. If you're thinking about it, please avoid. So yeah, that's about it. And whatever I have said in this video, it's something that I personally follow also. See, you don't have to do big things, to gain the health benefits. Do one thing, but do it very nicely. Try to get the maximum out of the minimum time you can invest. That should be your motto. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this was helpful. Namaste.